Hi! Welcome to Ojai. I'm Smitty West. I'm an arts commissioner for the city. For all of recorded history, the Ojai Valley has been a home to artists and art lovers alike. In the 1990s, Mayor Nina Shelley and potter Viva Kahino formed an art committee to assist the city in forming public art policies. The committee's work was quickly seen as an asset to Ojai, and under Shelley's leadership, the City Council voted to establish an official arts commission that would be eligible to receive funding. This action acknowledged the importance of the arts to the local economy and was a first step in preserving the history of the arts in the Ojai Valley. The present-day Arts Commission is guided by the same goals. Through its public art program, grant opportunities, educational programs, and artistic achievement awards, the Commission recognizes and encourages artistic excellence and promotes professional development throughout the Ojai Valley. Both residents and visitors alike are surprised when they discover that the little city of Ojai has well over 50 works of public art on display within its less than 5 square miles. In 2013, the city enacted a public art ordinance that requires qualifying private and public development to contribute what is sometimes called 2% for the arts. This gave birth to Ojai's public art program. We've developed 5 public art tours, which are accessible through free walking guide brochures you can find throughout the city, online via the Arts Ojai portal, and now through this video series. The current tours are called the Downtown Tour, the East City Tour, the West City Tour, and Along the Way. This 20-minute video today will be the Downtown Tour. We begin at Clough Vista Park, 3 blocks west of the post office at the bend in Ojai Avenue, and we'll end near the downtown arcade park. Let's get going. Follow me. Clough Vista Park sits just past the Shantigo Inn at the entrance to downtown Ojai. The small triangular site that had once been a gas station had become an eyesore. In 2001, a group of community citizens, in collaboration with the Ojai Valley Land Conservancy and the city, raised funds and hired landscape architect firm Bostrom & Associates, who collaborated with Vanada & Associates of Santa Barbara. They designed a park that incorporated native plants, spiritual themes, and public art. In addition to its public art, Clough Vista Park features 6 different gardens: a butterfly garden, a sage-scented garden, a hummingbird garden, a riparian landscape, a chaparral landscape, and a deergrass meadow. Standing sentinel at the entrance to the park on the west end is a tall basalt column. Master stone worker Paul Linhard was commissioned to install an obelisk at this entrance to the park and another at the east end. Linhard selected a basalt stone that elicits a powerful sense of place, strongly connected to the surrounding natural landscape. You will find a second guardian spirit as you exit the park on the east end. As you pass under the park's pergolas, look up. You will see beautiful copper oak branches and leaves entwined around its pillars. Hand-forged out of stone, copper, and wood, Corona de Robles, or Crown of Oaks, was designed by Jan Sanchez, a master welder, metal artist, and noted neon artist. The round shape of overlooked circle fountain symbolizes the sun. An Omphalos Stone, believed to be a vortex that facilitates connection with the spiritual world, sits in the middle of the fountain. The stone's opening was tooled by Paul Linhard and allows water to cascade gracefully over its surface. Scattered throughout the park, on walkways and curbs, are impressions of animal and bird tracks, as well as imprints of leaves, fossils, and reptiles. See if you can spot the coyote chasing a roadrunner. The East End Guardian Spirit stands at the park's lower end next to a crescent-shaped waterfall. This fountain represents the moon and is the counterpart to the sun-shaped fountain in Overlook Circle. Notice that the East End Guardian Spirit sports an onyx cap. Fiber optic lights inside the cap glow at night. The Ojai Valley Museum is a Mission Revival-style former church and rectory. The property was designated a City of Ojai Historic Landmark in 1993, and the museum opened in 1995. Crafted of hand-forged steel by artist Doug Lochner, the side gates are a 4-panel bifold design, echoing the River of Life curves found in the museum's carved wood entry doors. The side gates further complement the curved forms of the main entrance, as well as its bell tower arches. A life-sized California condor, flanked by a young man dressed in contemporary clothing, was created by sculptor Carlisle Montgomery. The condor was sculpted from a 9,000-pound slab of Belgian limestone acquired from Art City owner Paul Linhard. Montgomery found the red serpentine for the condor's head while hiking in the Sespe Wilderness, the endangered condor's last known natural habitat. Montgomery passed away in 1998 at age 50. In his last few months, many artist friends helped to complete the piece that took 2 years to finish. Designed by Doug Lochner, the 2-panel hand-forged steel gates reflect several architectural elements of the museum, including the arched tower, the plaster relief above the front door, and the River of Life carved into the wooden main doors. The gates visually elevate the site, adding interest and establishing a unique persona to the courtyard's front entrance. A sleeping brown bear rests in the museum's front courtyard. Ojai artist Dennis Shives conceived of the sleeping bear while working on sand sculptures at the beach. Roger Embury of Rock and Water Creations Incorporated manufactured the sculpture and donated it to the Ojai Valley Museum. The 800-pound sculpture is constructed of fiberglass reinforced concrete. One of Ojai's historic buildings features an iron silhouette of a boy perched atop the library sign. He reads a book as a symbolic welcoming to visitors. The whimsical metal artwork was designed by Major John Drone Sr. in 1931. A large tile mural of a California quail highlights the library's west wall. The mural, by artist Vicki McCaslin, a Native American Yaqui Indian, transports the viewer from city life to nature. McCaslin's tribal ancestry, symbolism, and philosophy of living in harmony with nature are themes that inspire her work. Since 1917, Libby Park has been the heart and soul of Ojai. The 7.5-acre park is bisected by the Ojai Valley Trail and is home to the Libby Bowl. The Bowl, redesigned in 2009 by architect David Burry, is the venue for the Ojai Music Festival. In addition to some of Ojai's most iconic public art, Libby Park includes a bandstand, tennis courts, a playground, picnic areas, and a central plaza with a beautiful gardenia fountain. Fun for All by Doug Lochner features 3 pieces: a cast concrete lizard, a ladybug, and an archway reminiscent of children's building blocks that sports a mirrored ball. The pieces effectively separate the toddler area from the rest of the play lot while providing seating and creative play surfaces. If you look closely at the alphabet blocks, you may spy the letters F-A-E, the name of the artist's granddaughter. When the city's public art ordinance qualified the 2011 Libby Bowl renovation to include public art, a nationwide competition was held. Internationally acclaimed artist Trimpen was chosen for his innovative 12-foot-high sound arch that visually echoes the curved arch of the bowl itself. The arch sounds by means of a motion-activated sensor. Percussive sequences are chimed on 24 reclaimed metal tubes of varying lengths. The sound arch can be pre-programmed by musicians performing at the bowl to play a specific theme. Also, an iPhone app allows passers-by to choose a tune from a select list. Trimpen was a recipient of a MacArthur Genius Grant. His innovative artworks are found throughout the world. Fronting the stores in the downtown Ojai business district, the historic Mission Revival-style arcade was designed in 1917 by architects Frank Mead and Richard Requa. In 2002, a major renovation was completed, and today the back of the arcade is a lovely plaza for strolling or sitting. Archways featuring RTK tiles are featured throughout downtown Ojai on fountains and mosaic plaques. Here, they grace the Ojai Avenue Arcade entryway as well as the back entryway to the plaza. RTK studio owners Richard Keat and Mary Kennedy have perfected an ancient Spanish Moor technique called cuero de seca, or dry cord. A bulb syringe filled with a mixture of oil and magnesium is used to outline each color in the pattern. When the tiles are fired, the mixture evaporates and leaves the signature charcoal outline. Award-winning artist Sandra K. Johnson created the bronze Matilaha poppy fountain as the centerpiece of our arcade. To achieve the correct texture of each petal, Johnson crinkled heavy paper and sculpted it in wax to form molds that were later cast in bronze. Finally, the pieces were welded to a stainless steel base. Johnson's fountain uses the flow of light and water to capture the feeling of Arcadian places inspired by the serenity of nature. On a rock base, near the rear entrance to the plaza, stands a cast bronze sculpture by iconic Ojai artist Sylvia Raz. Early Bird Shopper is the playful interpretation of an eagle that honors the bird life in the valley. The eagle's traditionally styled clothes reflect the Chumash Native Americans. A chocolate kiss serves as a hat that represents the sweetness of Ojai. The artist tells us that if you rub the little gold button on her purse, it will bring you good luck. Early Bird Shopper disappeared from its plaza position early in 2008, only to be discovered months later glued to a high rock on Shelf Road that overlooks the valley. To the relief of all, the statue was rescued and bolted, vandal-proof this time, back onto its proper perch. A pedestal at the east end of the arcade features a Corten steel sculpture of Elliot the Bear. He lumbered his way into downtown Ojai and climbed a tree on the corner of Aliso and Ventura Avenues. Eventually, the bear was tranquilized, causing it to fall from the tree, suffering injury. It was euthanized. Mark Benkert, a metal sculptor who owns the property where Elliot took refuge, forged this memorable piece. The Ojai community sought and won a permanent home for the sculpture on what had been the arcade's changing art pedestal. It features a mirror image of the words, "A Hard Day's Night." Benkert's highly abstracted sculptures draw inspiration from iconic forms and shapes that are inspired by the themes of family and spirituality. In front of Sane Living Center, a seamless stainless steel sculpture that slopes from a height of 8 to 4 feet, Evo 3 takes the form of a question mark lying on its side. A compass represents the question mark's dot, under which a time capsule is buried, to be discovered in some distant future. More than 100 laser-cut images represent the 3 stages of evolution as envisioned by Sane Living Center developer Aubrey Balkand and public artist Ray Sereno: nature, Homo sapiens, and artificial intelligence. Sereno, featured in LA Weekly as the innovative mad scientist of LA, has public art installations at the Children's Garden at the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles. His Water Woman sculpture was featured in the Smithsonian Magazine. Thank you for taking this little walk with me. It's just a taste of the beautiful public art we have here in our valley. For the Ojai Arts Commission, I'm Smitty West. Please watch for the other video tours. Or better yet, we'll see you in town.